All right, let's dive right in. We all go through our days interacting with people, right? But what if I told you there's a secret set of rules, kind of like a psychological software, running in the background of every single conversation, every first impression, every choice you make? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on those invisible forces that are secretly shaping our behavior. Seriously, think about it. You could be having an amazing day, people are saying great things, you're feeling on top of the world, and then one tiny negative comment just tanks your whole mood. Why does that one sting feel so much more powerful than all the good stuff? It feels totally unfair, I know, but it's a universal human thing, and there is a very, very specific reason why it happens. To get to the bottom of that, we have to start by looking inward. Our journey begins inside the most complicated and incredible thing in the known universe, your brain. We're about to explore the secret emotional wiring that pretty much dictates how we react to everything. Now, here's the thing you have to understand. Your brain isn't like a perfect, logical video camera. Nope. It doesn't give equal weight to everything it sees and hears. Instead, it plays favorites. It puts a big, bright flag on any experience that's tied to a strong emotion, joy, fear, anger, love. And it stores those memories in crystal clear high definition. That's why you can forget what you ate yesterday, but you can remember a single, super emotional moment from like a decade ago. So back to that question about insults and compliments. Here it is. This is the magic number that explains it all. Our brains are hardwired to absorb and process negative stuff with three times the intensity of positive stuff. It's a survival instinct called the negativity bias. Basically, our ancient ancestors had to be way more focused on the tiger in the bushes than the pretty sunset. And well, that wiring is still with us. This chart just lays it out perfectly, doesn't it? A compliment gives you a nice little boost, but an insult, man, it lands with this heavy, disproportionate thud. Psychologically speaking, you actually need at least 3 genuine positive experiences to balance out the emotional weight of just one negative one. So next time that happens, remember, it's not you being overly sensitive. It's just how our brains are built. And this emotional wiring can lead to some really surprising behaviors. Take laughter, for instance. We always think of it as pure joy, right? But get this. For some highly sensitive people, laughing a lot can actually be a defense mechanism, a way to put up a shield against all that negativity we're talking about. It's a powerful reminder that what you see on the surface is almost never the whole story. Okay, so we've got this internal programming that's hypersensitive to bad news and strong feelings. But how does that actually affect us in the real world, with other people? That's what we're jumping into next. Let's start cracking the unwritten rules of social interaction, the social code. 3 seconds. That's it. That is the entire window of opportunity you have to make a first impression. It's wild, I know. Before you've even finished saying hello, the other person's brain has already sized you up and made a judgment. It's shockingly fast, and it happens completely under the radar, totally unconsciously. So what on earth is happening in those 3 seconds? It's not just random. Your brain is on a high-speed mission to answer 3 critical questions. Number 1, can I trust this person? Number 2, are they confident or are they a mess? And number 3, are they a potential friend or a foe? Your posture, your tone, your smile, it's all instant data for this lightning-fast calculation. Now here's one of the most fascinating rules of human connection. We are naturally, almost magnetically drawn to people who are like us. And I don't just mean you both like the same movies. I'm talking about the little things, the way they talk, their hand gestures, their energy. When someone subtly mirrors our behavior, our brain sees it as a sign of safety and rapport. It's like a secret handshake that says, hey, this person gets me. Just take a second and think about your closest friends, or maybe your favorite coworkers. Have you noticed that you've picked up some of their catchphrases, or that they've started using some of your gestures? That is not a coincidence. That is the mirroring effect in action. It's the invisible glue holding our social bonds together. But you want to know the single most powerful tool for connection? The real superpower? It's this. In a world where everyone is just waiting for their turn to talk, being a sincere listener is a total game changer. One of the deepest human cravings we have is to feel understood. When you give someone your complete, undivided attention, you're giving them a gift and satisfying a core psychological need. That kind of genuine connection, it's all built on trust. But what happens when that trust is broken? Well, on the flip side, you've got lying. When someone tells a lie, their brain has to work overtime. It has to invent the lie, remember the lie, and actively suppress the truth, all at the same time.
That extra mental work often leaks out in their body language, fidgeting, darting eyes, a fake smile. Their behavior just feels a little off because neurologically, it is off.
So much of our social behavior, when you really get down to it, is powered by two primal engines: what we want and what we're afraid of. So let's decode these powerful drivers. Here is a fundamental rule of psychology you see everywhere. We are absolutely wired to want what we can't have. It's true. The second something becomes rare or forbidden or just hard to get, its value in our minds just skyrockets. And this isn't just about romance. It applies to career goals, designer sneakers, you name it. Scarcity is a massive trigger for desire. Okay, so now let's talk about the other side of that coin: fear. Why do we get that knot in our stomach when we start a new job or visit a new city or have to meet a whole new group of people? What is our brain so freaked out about? The answer is surprisingly simple. It's the unknown. See, your brain's main job is to be a prediction machine. It's constantly trying to figure out what's going to happen next. When it can't, when things are uncertain, it hits the panic button. This fear of the unknown is an ancient instinct designed to keep us safe by making us super cautious in situations we don't understand yet. So we've uncovered some of these secret rules that run our minds and our social lives. But here's the best part. This isn't just a bunch of interesting trivia. This is actionable intelligence. Let's turn these insights into a practical toolkit that you can literally start using today. Let's put it all together. To fight back against that negativity bias, make it a habit. For every one negative thought or comment, actively find and focus on 3 positives. To master that all-important 3-second impression, just be mindful of your vibe. Walk in with open posture and a warm tone. And finally, to build that instant rapport, use the mirroring effect by truly listening for common ground. It's about creating a real connection, not just having a conversation. So there you have it. You now have a peek behind the code of human behavior. You understand the hidden wiring that drives you and everyone around you. The question isn't, what are the rules anymore? The real question is, now that you have this awareness, how are you going to use it?